Bible in a year, Genesis 8 through 11 today. First verse says, God remembered Noah, and this is signifying that God remembered his covenant to protect Noah during a severe time of judgment. After 150 days, the water began to recede, and the ark made rest on Mount Ararat. Sent out a dove several times until it finally brought back an olive leaf, showing that the floodwaters had completely gone down. Noah and his family were on the ark a total of 378 days. God gives the command to animals to be fruitful and multiply, and we also see the lifespan of humans start to significantly decline after the flood. In verse 22, God reestablishes the seasonal cycles, and then God gives the command to Noah to also be fruitful and multiply. Here, there's also a relationship change between man and animals, and it says all animals will now fear man. We are also given authority by God to eat meat now, just not the blood of animals. Blood represents life, and shedding of blood would represent death. In verse 5 of chapter 9, God says, I will surely demand an account, and this is invoking a punishment on any animal or man that sheds human blood. God then establishes the Noahic covenant, promising to never again cut off all life by the flooding of the earth. And the sign of that covenant would be a rainbow. One day after the flood, Ham goes into the tent to see his father laid out drunk and naked, and it's not entirely clear on what went down in this tent, but the implications are not good. He runs out and tells his brothers about his dad, and his brothers cover his father up in the tent. When Noah wakes up and realizes what happens, he curses Ham's son Canaan, who the Canaanites descend from, who the Israelites do battle with later on. He curses him to be servants of his brethren, and servants is also a term used for conquered people. We then get a genealogy of Noah's descendants, and at this time there was only one language. Remember God's command to be fruitful and multiply and fill the earth. They needed to spread out in order to do this, but they decided to put a halt to this. They decided to build a tower, not to actually reach heaven, but to bring glory to themselves and show the people what they could do. It was a clear act of pride. God then says nothing they plan to do will be impossible for them. In verse 7, he said, let us go down. Trinity again. God, in response, confuses the languages and forces the people to scatter. That's why it's called Tower of Babel, because Babel in Hebrew means to confuse. We get another genealogy of Shem's descendants. Then the chapter ends with us getting introduced to three characters: Abram, his barren wife Sarai, and his nephew Lot. The next part, we get to see God's plan really start to gain momentum. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you have a blessed day. I'll see you back out here tomorrow.